Let me go to the phones here. Carla, I promise I won't forget you, but I haven't done anybody here. Travis Tritton from military.com.
Hey, John, thanks. Most of my questions were asked, but I did want to ask, it looks like there may be an agreement on the Hill on annual defense funding. And I know there was a lot of dire talk from the military branches about the effects of a CR. And I was wondering if you could just talk about the current situation in DoD and how you're faring on a stopgap budget measure. Thanks.
It's not for us to speak to a stopgap spending measure. It's really for Congress to speak to that. And we certainly hope that that we can get full funding for the year and not obviously not another CR that takes us yet another month or two. What the Secretary has been very clear about is the importance of full-year funding and what that does for us. I mean, with a CR, as you know, Travis, we can't start new programs. You can't build new ships. We're going to have to delay perhaps as much as 100 military construction projects. And when you do that, it's not just the military installations that are affected, it's the local communities and local businesses around those installations that will suffer. In order to pay for the 2.7% pay increase that we want to give our troops, much deserved, by the way, that money's going to have to come from other accounts, and that could eat into operational readiness as well. It could affect healthcare funding for military families. So all of these things are at stake. The ability to conduct new research and development in new important technologies like microelectronics, like artificial intelligence, like hypersonics. All of that would have to be slowed down if we don't get full-year funding. So we've been nothing but clear. The service chiefs were up on the Hill a week or so ago. I think they laid it out in very specific terms what living under a continuing resolution means. You described it as dire talk. And frankly, I think we would agree with that. There could be dire consequences if we can't get full-year funding for this year. Now, look, the Congress has never failed to appropriate for us in the past, and the Secretary's obviously interested in making sure we get that full-year funding. We certainly call on the Congress to do what they've always done, and that is to support the department with funding for a full year as was authorized.